So now we come to the last episode for Anime Analysis Month, the top 11 anime monsters. This one was made just in time for Halloween of 2011. It was a tough call between either doing this countdown for Halloween or the top 11 scariest anime performances. Ultimately, I went with anime monsters for numerous reasons, one of which being that this countdown was more efficient, and the other one considering that the idea of starting was rather short notice and the research would have taken too much time, so I'll have to say that for this Halloween. Anyway, this was my first countdown on anime monsters, and I was happy to jump on the opportunity to do it. So let's get started. At number 11, I had the zombies from High School of the Dead. I think only one person nitpicked that zombies don't count. Well, if it looks like a monster, sounds like a monster, and even moves like some kind of monster, then it must be a monster. At number 10, I had Sesshomaru's dog form from Inuyasha. Why I picked him over the others in the world of Rumiko Takahashi is that pretty much, for the most part, a lot of the demons just tend to feel stale and repetitive. I guess a fair runner-up would have been Naraku when he was a collection of rejected demons and took on Sesshomaru and Inuyasha in the third season. At number 9, I had Yoma from Claymore. I don't know what to make of these creatures, but dude, they're capable of all sorts of weird shit that make Halloween what it is. What's not to like about it? They came highly recommended by my sources. At number 8, I had Ryuk from Death Note. Even though it's clear that I don't like Death Note, Ryuk is the exception. He's practically the only thing I grant Death Note. He looks like a demonic clown with martini olives for eyes. How freaking cool is that? I like the fact that he loves to eat red apples. So do I. I can imagine Ryuk singing a song from Johnny Appleseed. Now that would be pretty funny. At number 7, I had Nosferatu Zod from Berserk. This brute is hardcore. Even his name, Nosferatu, every time I hear it, I think of the 1922 silent horror film by F.W. Murnau. And he's called Zod the Immortal, and can instill fear into even guts. That's incredible. At number 6, I had Chiropterans from Blood Plus. It's no surprise seeing these variations on the vampire concept on this countdown, but there's definitely a variety to them, like Cyan Diva, who are more humanoid looking, but can still suck blood. Then there's the respective chevaliers that can do the things that even Cyan Diva can't do, like transform, fly, or even use energy attacks. And then there's the brute bloodsuckers like at the beginning. Not much more to say about it, but I still like this anime. At number 5, I had the giant apes, aka Ozaru from Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. As I said, I couldn't resist. I think only 2 people complained about them being on this list, but as I said, when Goku first transformed by looking into the full moon, it was like an homage to the Wolfman and King Kong. And the Wolfman and King Kong are both movie monsters, and since these giant apes remind us of those classics, it was hard not to pass them up. I still stand by having them on this list. At number 4, I had Kyo's true form from Fruits Basket. Even though I don't get why this is the cat's true form considering that it doesn't look anything remotely similar to felines, but I don't know why. It still looks like something out of an Alfred Hitchcock film. I'm not sure which one though, but actually it could have been Ray Harryhausen. Correct me if I'm wrong on that one. I don't know, you decide. At number 3, I had Hollow Ichigo from Bleach. I regarded him as a monstrous product of all our wrongs and shames, and someone asked me where I came up with that line. The answer was from something Winston Churchill said about Hitler during World War II. Oftentimes he's known by some Bleach fans as Hichigo for short. He can practically give any Soul Reaper captain a run for their money, and that's no easy feat. At number 2, I had Envy from Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. As soon as I saw this image of Envy transformed to fight against Ed and Ling, it reminds me of something out of Dante's Inferno. In some respects, maybe I should have included Gluttony's enraged form as well, because dude, that creeps even me out, and that's not an easy thing to do. And at number 1, I had Alucard from Hellsing. I think every anime fan familiar with this show had no complaints about this choice. As a matter of fact, I think this is the one countdown that I made that gets the least amount of flack or complaints. The one that gets the most is my top 11 hated anime shows. Go figure. So that was Anime Analysis Month, people. Thank you so much for joining me in this retrospective look on my video playlist. I'm bound to do more top 11 lists this year, as well as episodes of Anime Analysis. Until then, this is Anime MacGyver. Thanks for watching.